Somebody pray for me. It been a day for me. Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so I've been thinking about this one for a while now because of the fact that I've had the same 150 Gy6 scooter, the taotao, the OG ped right here for about, I think, damn near 6, maybe 7 years now, since I first originally got this moped. A million wheelies, probably like a million miles. I really don't even know how much I rode this thing and how much I've actually abused it. This thing's caught on fire 2 times, has been crashed literally more times than I can even count. Every panel on it's been replaced, every part on it's been cracked and re-welded, it's been beat. So I figured that it is only right and only time to build a proper brand new stunt scooter for myself. So I have been building over here the 2-stroke scooters, the Stroker 120 here just for basically speed to mess around with and just have a fast bike, and then the 89 here, which I'm gonna do some mess around with, like a 70 kit and kind of keep this one like mess around wheelie bike. But I always have to stick to my roots and have the cheap Chinese beat up stunt scooter. So I figured why not just go through and do a proper build of this 50cc scooter into the 150 stunt scooters. So just because I've always wanted, since I built my scooter, and you can tell this one's just obviously heavily modded, which just gets attention from cops and just people, I guess, theft too if you leave it out front of a store. I've always wanted to have just a completely stock one that I can just put a nice motor and make it a sleeper. Obviously still make it clean, but nothing too ignorant. So my plan with this one is actually to keep everything on it looking pretty stock. I'm definitely gonna clean it up, make it look way better, but like 12 bar situation, I want to make one that kind of looks stock as possible. I want to do the engine mount a lot better, because the way I did this engine mount, I'm just gonna pull this scooter out. So I'm gonna give you a quick look at this taotao that I built, like I said, like 6 years ago, and I'm gonna, I guess, talk about a few things I liked and a lot of the things that maybe I didn't like on this. What are you doing back here, bro? We're talking about stunt scooters right now. So this ped has literally been the same one since, if you're an OG subscriber, you'll remember, but the like 100cc big bore kit and like those videos way back like 6 years ago. This is that same ped. If you're an OG subscriber, you'll remember, but the like 100cc big bore kit and like those videos way back like 6 years ago. This is that same ped, and like maybe 5 years ago or so, depending on if you're going back and watching the videos, from going from the 100cc big bore kit and everything to swapping it to a 150 Gy6. This motor mount has been cracked and re-welded like 3 times, where now the frame on the sides, you can't really tell right now with all the stuff in there, but the frame from the sides is damn near pretty much just a weld and gussets at this point. Like, the frame has been replaced every time. So I've had these wheelie pegs on there, and this is like my first time ever even welding. I welded these on and they cracked off. I welded them on again. I put this support on there. This 12 bar has been replaced. I used to have one that went way low when I first built it. I cut it off, re-welded it again right over the top of it. So it's like, this frame has literally been through a lot by now, and its stress points are probably insane. It probably has some weak spots. I mean, literally, there is a freaking crack in my frame so big right here, and I literally took a washer like 4 years ago. You can't even see it, like such bad welds. That thing right there that's welded on is literally a washer wrapped around my frame for a gusset where my frame snapped one time. So, and my exhaust, bro, this exhaust has cracked so many times that it's welded to my studs. I bolted studs in there and I just welded the exhaust on, and it's cracked the other day. Even cracked the other day when I was riding it. It's just, don't get me wrong, it's dialed, it's a fun scooter. I can hop on it and go beat it up, and 9 out of 10 times I'm gonna make it home okay, but for sure 1 out of 10 it's gonna break, and it's gonna break down, and yeah, it happens. But there's a lot of things I like with this scooter, and there's a lot of things that I'm gonna change here. I think this look makes the scooter look sick. Like, it doesn't look ordinary, it doesn't look cheesy, it looks like it's like it looks like some big talk. With the pro taper and just the naked handlebars in general, no cluster, it looks sick. I kind of don't really like anymore as much as I used to the look without this bottom fairing right here. It still looks pretty good with just the front shield, but I kind of wish I had the wraparound plastics and kind of making it look a little bit more cleaner up front. I don't really like how high the front forks kind of look, like they're sitting. And then going around, there's a lot of things I would change on the motor mount on this thing, because when I originally did it, we kind of did it just quick and easy, and it's like a solid motor mount. So there's like, usually there's like a rubber bushing, or you have bushings in your motor mount, or like something to prevent a little bit of vibration. No, this one is solid. 99% of the reasons of why everything cracked on this scooter, because the vibrations of this motor is actually insane. If you ever watch any of the videos, when I'm at a stoplight idling, my handlebars are just vibrating like crazy. So it causes a lot of things to come loose on this scooter. It causes a lot of things to crack. And I actually welded those gussets on that go right there. It's usually just the bottom plate, but I have these like gusset bars and back there. It's kind of cool. Nothing too crazy, but it looked cool. And then that means that's solid there, rather where it's plastic, where your battery would go. My battery's relocated back here. That's actually my battery right there, the bottom of it. I relocated my battery back there because originally I thought that it would be way harder to wheelie, and I wanted like all the weight in the back. So that was something I did. And then my biggest hate for this thing right here, following the battery box, is this tiny gas tank. So as you can tell, where I put my battery and where I put my shock kind of got in the way of the stock gas tank. The stock gas tank dropped down way below here and like pretty much sat on this. And well, yeah, that kind of ruined my stock gas tank placement. So I got this cheap little Chinese one that's meant for like, I think it's meant for like a small little Chinese like dirt bike you'd find at MOPBOYZ or something. This thing's over like a little bit over a half gallon. So when we go on rides, I run out of gas every time off of like maybe 25-30 miles. So a pain in the ass, and it's impossible to see. I don't have a fuel gauge. It's impossible to fill up because you can't see inside. Like I said, there's a lot of things that I did cheap and quick on this bike that I don't want to do on the next one. So again, that's why I'm rebuilding the moped. But this ped has served me well. This is like the moped that pretty much I've used across this channel since I started filming pretty much. So I guess with that being said, we can take a look into the new donor for the new stunt scooter build. Alright, the interesting is it's not starting right now, so I'm going to go ahead and start taking some of these plastics off. I'm probably going to paint the plastics again because it looks like it was originally blue, and someone painted them black, and it's kind of like a faded black now. So probably still going to go with black, but at least freshen her up a bit.
Money on me, money on me, money on me, money on me.
So something happened, I think, up there with the starter, because I'm pretty much, battery's still good without even having the jumper do it. If you ever want to Gy6 150 swap your scooter, now's the chance. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow this build, because I'm going to go through it. And if you ever plan on keeping your scooter stock, this might be the video that's best for you, because I'm not going to custom make my harness like I did last time. I'm just going to do what's necessary. I'm probably going to keep the electric start. I'm going to do a few things like that. So yeah, it's time, boys. So I'm probably going to go ahead and show you guys the donor motor I'm using now. A long time ago when we made this like slingshot 3-wheeled thing, I don't even know what you call it. Well, we never really finished it, and never got really too far with it. I kind of lost interest in this project for the time being, so I figured this motor had to be worked on anyways. Basically the exhaust studs pulled right out of the head on this motor and just ruined the whole motor, so it has to be a big bore kit or a new head on it, because it like ripped holes. I'll show you more when we look at it. That's what made me decide this is going to be the donor. Oh my god, bro, this is so much heavier than the 2-stroke motors. Alright boys, here's a look at our 150 Gy6 motor that we will be using in the new stunt scooter build. This is what I was talking about when I said the bottom of this exhaust literally ripped out. This is the other stud hole. It like ripped it out the side, took off a cooling fan, it destroyed it. So it has one exhaust bolt. I could mock up an exhaust and do all that and just have a 150, but I kind of always wanted to do a big bore kit on one of these, so I think now's the chance to take it all apart and do a 180cc big bore kit on this thing. And why not, if I already have a 150 stunt scooter, why not make this one a 180 just to get a little something different. So like I said, the plan with this thing is to keep it super clean and simple and good looking. So gonna take some time this weekend, clean this thing up a little bit, get it ready, and then probably in the next video you will be seeing us making the motor mount or getting it mocked up at least. If you have any suggestions of what you'd want to see on this scooter, or have any ideas, or have maybe done the 180 big bore kit, leave a comment below. Let's see, I want to see some insight on this as we're diving into this one. Alright, let's get rid of all the junk harness that was in the way. We butchered the harness last time to basically have a scooter like harness with the motor harness without the scooter, so we kind of just butchered a bunch of wires to the CDI box to just wire our own jig up. These are all the wires that come from the stator. It's usually one big plug with like 2 small little individual plugs. I think the red and black's usually an individual plug, and I want to say the green is maybe, or maybe it's the blue, I can't remember. And then the other 3 are in a plug together. I think it's green, yellow, and white in a plug together. Red and blue are the ones that are individual. The redneck impact wrench right there. Make sure you guys leave a thumbs up if you're stoked for another 150 build, another Gy6, and I want to see more people tag along with this build. Get your scooters ready, grab a motor. You can get these motors off of Amazon. This is a Gy6 150cc short case. They used to be a lot easier to get. There was one person who used to sell them, and they were like 250 bucks. Last time I bought one like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, it was like 350 bucks, and it was hard to find. They were only long cases, and I haven't checked recently. And yeah, basically what we do is the stock 50 motor mount is here on the bottom, and you just have to make a motor mount up here on your frame. Sometimes, depending on the scooter chassis you use, you have to make a different shock mount depending on where it sits on the chassis. The old motor that's in this is a 139 QMB 49cc motor, and they suck. You can bore them out to 80cc, but they suck. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Make sure you guys check out the description and support your boys. Grab a MOPBOYZ stickers. There's also gonna be a lot more product coming soon to the site. I got a few ideas in mind that I think are gonna be really cool. So got some more stuff coming, and possibly by the time you're watching this, support your boys. And until next time, when we get ready to tear into this motor a little bit and get this scooter more taken apart, this one's gonna be fun. So I'll see you guys in the next one.